My younger sister is harassing my family and is turning our lives into hell. My younger sister, age 19, is in relationship with a literal criminal who has cases registered on him of half murder and involved in illegal works since 2.5 years. It was in October 2021. I caught her first time talking to that guy on call and told my family without wasting a minute as I knew about this guy. He lives in my maternal uncle's area, so the contact. My parents scolded her bad that day for being in a relationship with a hoodlum, and next day they started victimizing her and forgave her, and somewhat I did too. I talked to her about why this was not a right choice. If it was for genuine guy, then I would have assured her my support. She assured us, making us believe she won't go the wrong way. Cut to May 2022, I again caught her on Instagram through my friend's ID. She had blocked every one of our relatives. I again confronted her and called my maternal uncle too to inform him about the guy. And uncle was gentle enough to tell her that the guy is a goner. He's just 20, smokes and drinks like a drunkard, has bad company. His best friend is a pedo and has cases registered against him. His mother sells work as a street vendor selling fish. In my country, these type of street vendors are very common for a living, and he doesn't have a dad, and they have a bad family history, and have only one house divided into 3 brothers, so basically no independent home. She again started assuring us that I will not do this, start a new life. Then June 2022, I moved to another city for my higher education, and this gave her the opportunity to roam freely with that guy. After a year, April 2023, I returned home for summer holidays, and this time, I discovered more horrible things on her Instagram. Initially, I was hesitant that she's gotten good now and won't take the wrong direction. But my instincts were telling me something is fishy. She was roaming with him all over the city, and a cousin sister of mine was also supporting her for fun, and they had done a pre-wedding photo shoot on Backroad Mindspace. Now you can assume what breed this guy is. He is sweet on the outside and tries to look good. I had realized what a mess this has gotten, and I have to stay here to save her life. I left my higher education and stayed home and disclosed all of this to my family. Dad slapped her, and everybody was hostile towards her, and then she started arguing too, that he is a good guy and all. Somehow for a month my family was convincing her gently. All of my elder cousins came home to help and advise her of the repercussions of choosing a guy like this. And she, as usual, took oaths and assured us she will resume to focus on her study, and as I was staying back, was concerned for her to do this again. But here, the disaster began. June to October. She behaved like a responsible daughter, sister with all our family. We all were happy. But on November 29, she eloped with that guy, and my family were searching her all over the streets, railway stations, etc. My father was in serious grief, was crying over the streets, believing whether she got into an accident or not, and finally reported to police, and police, within hours, discovered she had eloped. We were absolutely shocked that about this bad dream getting real. But right now, the priority was to get her home safely without much fuss. It took us and police 2 days to catch her in a town. They were at his relative's place. My family rushed to police station as soon as she was found, but she was telling the police that her life is in danger from us. We harass her, don't give her food, beat her, make her sleep on the floor, and give her inhumane treatment. My mom collapsed, hearing this, and taken to the hospital, and cops knew who was right. The boy told that my sister told him to elope, and he has no role, so the cops handed my sister to us. She was abusing us all way home, screaming that guy's name, and that day went. We were numb for 3-4 days. Nobody said a word to her. Some close relatives came to console my parents and talk to sister. Me and my cousins talked to her again kindly, and she's telling us that guy was involved in duplicate guns business. But when I entered his life, he left all wrong ways. He had 2 girlfriends, but when I entered, he left them all for me. He earns well, like really well, by selling fish. I don't think that is the case. He probably earns by some illegal activities. After 10 days, she locked us inside and again eloped. Same story, we called cops. They caught her in a day, and this time she brought a legal paper of live-in relationship and saying she is 18 plus and he is not 21 yet. So for a year, so we will live together unit. He is of age that he can marry her. But cops rejected it and handed her over to us. Now it's been a month. The whole of December, my family is living in a locked house. Only I go out to get the essentials and my studies. Career are disturbed. Last week she started breaking our windows, screaming that I want to go marry him. Out of anger, my father slapped her and she tried to hit my father back and abused him and my mother. She is openly saying us that the guy will turn 21 this December and they will marry. He doesn't give a F about her. His mom says your daughter is mad for my son, not him. She is threatening us that she will ruin our lives and tell the cops that they abuse me physically playing the women card. My family is in deep trouble. They have forced me to go and live in other city at my cousin's place to focus on my career as I am their only hope now. They are living with an untamed evil human now and listening to everything she says out of fear for me. We made this very clear to us that if she elopes again, we will let her be, rather than finding her. We will let her be and will cut all ties with her. I hope she chooses the right path. I am mentally disturbed from all this drama going on. She is my sister, and I don't know how to even help her. I will appreciate any suggestions you guys can give. How do I get her out of this mess? Thanks for listening to my story. There will be an update soon. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing.